Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to our weekly where we go over this week in full. It's probably one of my favorite weeks of the year because I do love when we have Saturn stuff happening. And so this is going to be one of those weeks because this entire week is going to be building towards the Saturn stationing retrograde Saturday, the 29th of June. So it's going to be very special. I have a very special what you call plan for you guys today. And I am going to take this afterwards on the Patreon and I'm going to go through every single zodiac sign. It's going to be multiple videos. And we're going to talk about how this is going to affect every single zodiac sign. That's why I just want to spend a little bit more time on it because especially on a Capricorn full moon, it's like, it's like it's a good one. It's a good one. All right, here we go. Doodly deet deet deet. All right, guys. I'm sorry I did this again. Okay, I just forgot about TikTok. Okay. Hey, TikTok. Now you guys are at the party. We're going over this week's astrology. It's leading up to the Saturn station of retrograde. Welcome. I'm going to come back and make sure that I timestamped it correctly as well. So welcome everyone to Monday, the 24th of June. That is where that's the one. Okay. So today we basically have the moon in Aquarius in the very early morning hours crossing Pluto. So pretty intense start to the week. People may be feeling kind of edgy, maybe doubling down on their individualism. Some of the downsides to this could be that people are extra like should. This is should this and should that. And like it, people could be a little edgy, whatever. It's making a trine to Jupiter and Gemini, which could amplify all of these things, exaggerate everyone wanting to talk more, do more, say more, get their word in, get their idea in, get their perspective in. Or for the super positive, this could be just like lots of thinking, lots of being open to ideas, being open to new ways and being open to discussions and inviting more in. And that's one of the things. It's like there could be like that one head at the top making all the decisions, having all the ideas. There could be a group, collective, creating something through all of the ideas that they're channeling together. Then you can have like your showrunner, the one guy making the decisions, and then everybody. That's like the best of both worlds, to be honest. And then all these other people pitching ideas. Then you really get the best of everything. So whether you're running a business, running a household, or running a show, you too can benefit from keeping the mind open. Also, we have the skew Mars and Taurus today. I feel like really people are going to be kind of like frustrated. So if Monday presents, when does that happen? It's going to be in a few hours, maybe later in the day. So, people are maybe feeling a little bit touchy, a little bit frustrated, like people are stepping on their toesies a little bit and whatever. It's brief. It'll pass. Okay. Tuesday, the 25th of this week, we have that same moon in Aquarius. And so that's the thing. The full moon, how'd you guys do over the full moon? Over the Capricorn full moon? How'd you do? How's it been? Do you feel like you've been put through the ringer? Do you feel like you made an achievement? Did you look around at your life and like smile? Did you look around in your life and only see things that need to be improved? Did you feel shitty about yourself? Did you feel like you should have done something differently or done something better? Were you really hard on yourself? Were other people really hard on you? I know we're gonna be able to work through all of this. I'm here now. It's okay. I'm here. Having fun with this. So, okay. Anyway, so I'm saying that because after that full moon, the moon went right into another Saturn ruled energy. So that's why it's a little bit like still the first 2 days of the week are kind of heady. And then the last part of the week gets way more emotional, but serious. Serious. So, okay. Tuesday, the square to Uranus keep a light schedule, keep a very light, open schedule. You may have to change plans. There may just be things that are happening that are kind of just you just didn't plan for it. You just didn't expect it. Here it's coming up. So I would say keep a loosey goosey schedule. Be very open to stuff changing, and try to stay open minded. Try to stay open minded. Okay, let's move on to Wednesday. I'm trying to save time to talk, but that's the big thing is this weekend, this upcoming weekend. So Wednesday, the moon will move into Pisces. Ooh, how do we feel about the moon in Pisces, guys? How do we feel about the moon in Pisces? Because for some people, the Neptune energy, the Pisces energy, the blurring of the boundaries, it helps them step down, like down shifting, to fumble back. And for some people, that instead of it being like vague and ambiguous and going into fear and stepping down and regressing and downshifting, some people will take that Neptune, Pisces, just energy and use it to upshift, upshift or upgrade, or just like maneuver, but instead of downgrade or downshift, they upgrade and they upshift, where they use it to imbue themselves with confidence, and fueling this confidence is the daydream, is some kind of hope or wish or creative pursuit or idealization, and they use that to momentum upwards. So it's not an energy, and it's not an easy energy to do that with, though. So it's okay. It's not like easy like Mars, where you can say, okay, I'm angry, I don't like this, but I can channel this into working out. That's something that everyone can kind of do. This is an energy people are not even going to recognize, because they're just, you're just feeling, when you're in it, lost, scared, confused, unclear, lacking information. The perceptions are off. And so it's very hard to take that kind of energy, especially when people don't have faith in anything, or they don't have any beliefs in anything, or they don't daydream, or they don't use the spiritual, emotional parts of themselves. Then it's easy for it to kind of downgrade. But moon going into Pisces, definitely inviting opportunities over the next couple of days to prove lessons learned via circumstances. So I would expect just easy, whatever comes up Wednesday, Thursday. I've got like 3 charts. I've got like these notes. I've got that calendar. That's what's happening when you're seeing me. My eyes darting around. So I would say from Wednesday till from Wednesday to Friday till we hit the quarter moon in Aries, whatever comes up, it's not by accident. It's maybe a little bit synchronistic or fateful, or you're getting a feeling. Maybe there's nothing you're seeing outside, but you're like, I have this nagging feeling. I should call this person. I should do this thing. I should go to this place. I should be here at this time. I don't know why, but I just have a feeling about it. Okay. Also on Wednesday, that moon in Pisces makes a square to Jupiter in Gemini. New options, new people, new ideas, big feelings. Stay open, just stay very open-minded. That moon in Pisces will also trine the Venus in Cancer. Very yummy, helpful. It's a helpful energy. It's pleasant. Also sextiling Mars Taurus. There's energy to stay active, to stay motivated. I'm not sure if that's really going to be enough to make people like physically active. It might be that people just like want something, but I don't know if it's enough to. Pisces energy, Neptune energy loves to like sleep in, hit the snooze, stay in bed, procrastinate, blur the time boundary lines. If you said 4 o'clock, it could be, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, But the big news on Wednesday is Mercury sextiling Saturn in Pisces. So Wednesday is the day that, okay, so this whole week, we're reading it in the context of this new moon. And I'm a Cancer rising, so I'm very like lunar centric. So the new moon was Thursday, June the 6th. So that was a seeding moment. The full moon was this past Friday. That's the culmination. And the 2 quarter moons, the waxing, gaining in light, crisis and action quarter moon on the way to the full moon was the 14th of June, that Friday. And then this upcoming Friday, the waning, losing in light quarter moon crisis in consciousness is happening this Friday, the 28th, on the same there's a lot happening Friday, Saturday. So it's very, very like wrapping it up. But on the way there on Wednesday, you get this Mercury Saturn. So this is likely going to be a time when you're going to be able to kind of make it make sense, talk, have heart to hearts, have mature conversations or mature realizations about everything, basically from all of June. Most of the first week of June was still disseminating or giving results of May's full moon. And that led into the May full moon gave us the momentum rolling into a new start from the new moon, June the 6th. So you can take that and now we have big answers. We have big culminations, the 21st, over the weekend. And this is finishing out this whole week. We're finishing out. We're still getting gifts of the full moon. We're still seeing things that are coming up, filling in the gaps, missing pieces, more information. Pretty serious too, because it's a Saturn ruled full moon. And this is now the time when we're putting everything where it belongs. It's like, oh, okay, now I know this. I'm going to put this over here. Oh, this person said this. I'm going to put this over here. And like organize everything in your life a little bit. So Wednesday's the day that you're going to help put those pieces where they really belong. And it's pretty sober. It's pretty serious. But with the water signs, it has to be on the truth of your feelings. So that could be really, really beautiful and like emotionally sober and serious and sort of controlled. But it's like, it's not even like the tough love type of energy. This is like, I love you, so I'm showing you this commitment, or I'd like to make this commitment, or I'd like to, prove something. I want to stabilize something. I want to ground something, or reassure something. This is that Cancer energy needs like reassurance and needs some kind of commitment or something, needs. Cancer's like, I need the ring. I need the ring. And Saturn's like, I got the ring. If any planet's got the ring, it's freaking Saturn. So I see some kind of like, okay, it's not a lot, but at least it makes sense. That's what I like about it, is that it's going to make sense whether the agreements are like purely practical or whether they are, it depends on where this is happening. Like I said, I'm going to take this through all the 12 zodiac signs. The Pisces part is more important, but Wednesday, you're going to start to like see the communications. If you've been waiting on things to hear back from, if someone's waiting for you to get back to them, you could have more of yourself to put together. You could know the things that you need to know to get back to so-and-so, and it could go on, so on and so forth. Thursday, the 27th of June. Even before COVID, I just never knew what day I was in. Thursday. Welcome to Thursday. Oh, welcome. Denmark. I mean, that's not, it's Swedish. It's Swedish. It's Swedish, but that's about as far as my Scandi can go. Okay. Thursday, the 27th, we've got the moon conjoining Saturn in Pisces, also making a trine to that. So the conversation continues. Maybe the subject gets brought up Wednesday, and then it continues in negotiation into Thursday. Moon, Saturn. This very well may. Oh, that feels exactly the same to me. One of those has to be wrong, but they feel exactly the same. Okay. May encapsulate themes. More issues with people that read and don't speak. May encapsulate themes of the lessons that we're trying to learn throughout this bigger Saturn and Pisces energy in the form of serious circumstances. So there may just be, you got it Wednesday, you sign on the dotted line Thursday, it could be a little bit like just Thursday will make more sense after you listen to the rest of this video, just FYI. Okay. Trining to Mercury in Cancer. That's very loving, very compassionate. So the things that are being talked about and discussed probably have some sober peace even if it's something closing down. Okay. I just want to preface that you're going to know more when I talk about Saturn, but like this whole week, if things are, I'm calling this week lift off because it's lifting off no matter what. Even if you're Ingrid Bergman and you're leaving Humphrey Bogart behind, literally lifting off, you're still with Victor Laszlo. Okay. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Casablanca, for anyone that didn't pick up that part. All right, let's move on. I'm ready to talk about it. I'm ready to talk about it. I'm ready to, ooh, I blew through this weekly. I'm sorry, TikTok. I'm so sorry. Sorry. I don't know if you guys heard that, but the phone just flipped. But I just blew through this week to get to this. But it really is. It's really just like lunar transit, little bit of something on Wednesday, and then it's like Friday, Saturday. Okay, so here we are. Friday, I didn't even write down the thing. Okay, Friday the 28th, we have the moon conjoining Neptune and Pisces. This is what I'm saying. Like people have two different responses to that, like Neptune, Pisces energy. It's going to be either a surrender. People, it's easy for you to surrender to something, or escapism, where people are like, this is too much. I have to get out of this. It's escapism. People can be very creative. Oh my God, I'm so inspired. Or people can just go right to drugs. They want the creativity, like they want it on some level, but they're the shortcut drugs. It feels so good. It feels so high, right? It could be very inspiring for creative artists, for creative people. Very, very inspiring. Being able to experience things in your own creative realm that you're meant to channel and share with everybody else. Or people could take that's what they really want, but they're channeling into gossip, and they're just like talking shit about people, and they're just, they're consuming gossip and, shitty shit, and they're not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's very, very different how people respond to Neptune, Pisces energy. So anyway, then the moon moves into Aries, and we have the quarter moon, the waning, losing in light, quarter moon in consciousness in Aries. So that Aries moon will do the most, just like Aries. That's like we love Aries to do. Love Aries. I really do. Time over here, I am in the Middle West. Out here, it's like 10:47 in the AM. So, okay. So, like I said, Aries doing the most. The Aries quarter moon, this is really clearing away the debris of the full moon. This is where you're like, keep or donate pile. Keep or donate pile. Keep or donate pile. Like, where does everything belong? And I'm going to say, because it's happening in Aries, you really need to conserve your passion, conserve your like stamina. Aries does not have stamina like freaking Scorpio does, the other Mars ruled sign. Aries is like one big ejection, one big electromagnetic blast, one big explosion, one stick of dynamite. Okay. That's how you fight. That's how this whole thing goes. Like where your Mars, I have my Mars in Aries, one big thing, but I get over it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like hold on. If you have Mars in Scorpio, you're a slow burn, and you don't do just one big hit. You're gonna go way overboard and get your revenge like in a crazy freaking way. So, but then you do that like Mars through the signs, and that kind of helps to understand I'm digressing. Okay, so because this quarter moon is happening in the sign of Aries, I feel like you should all just kind of take a look at, like, we don't have the passion for everything. We don't have the stamina and the energy for everything. We have to prioritize. We have to make sacrifices, cut some things out so that we can put more towards the priority, what's actually like the most important. Just like when you're time boxing, you have the top 3 things of the day, get those things taken care of. Everything else will get pushed off, but the most important things you took care of, your priorities. So I feel like there may be things that we're still taking off the plate at the quarter moon, But what remains has to be the thing. It has to be what's meant to really stick and stay. That moon is sextiling Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. Again, kind of like a boomerang from the beginning of the week. We were very heady. Like, when was it? Yeah, like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Still kind of heady and thinking and maybe making some strong executive decisions. And then the sextile to Jupiter in Gemini, there's room to move things around, to accommodate things. There's lots of ideas, and there's room. You can make it happen. You can make it happen. Things could, there's ways to make it everything kind of fit. I like that. And then the moon conjoins the North Node. This is like an insatiable hunger. The Moon North Node people, it's like never enough. It's never enough. And it's very motivating, and it drives them. It's like more, 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 more. So we're going to feel like that. We're going to be like, more, and it's just like, even if we don't want it on a conscious level, if we want it on a subconscious level, then some people may just get a lot of things that they don't want to do or deal with that require them to be brave or courageous or be a leader, and they may resent all of it. So just because it's like the Moon North Node, that energy wants that. That energy wants more, 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 more. But if you're resenting it in your own chart, in your own life, you may be really upset about it. Like, I don't want more of this. I don't want any more of this coming into your life, and you have to deal with it. So if there's something agitating this entire week, I'm so close. It's like I'm right there. Okay. So last thing about Friday, Venus in Cancer sextiles Mars in Taurus. There's energy there to make it smooth. Whatever the transitions are, to make it smooth, make it nice and smooth by Friday the 28th for Saturday. Saturday the 29th of June. Finally, I can talk about it. Now we're here. The moon is in Aries, making a square to both Mercury and Venus in Cancer. You can use unmet needs as motivation, but don't snap at people. That's all. You focus on your own self. Mercury in Cancer sextiling Uranus and Taurus. Embrace change. The big news about this entire week and Saturday the 29th is that Saturn stations retrograde at 19 degrees of Pisces. What does it mean, Natalie? What does it mean? Let me tell you. So basically, this is how it goes. On March the 7th of 2023, think back to your life. Saturn entered Pisces. Then Saturn was in Pisces in this area of your chart from March the 7th of 2023 until June the 17th of 2023. On June 17th of 2023, Saturn stationed retrograde at 7 degrees of Pisces. From March it's okay if you don't even know what that means. From March the 7th, 2023 until June the 17th, 2023, you got your first dose of, this is so hard, I'm going to snap. This is so hard and difficult and unfamiliar and alarming and confusing. And I have fear and worry and anxiety and, oh my God, what's going on? This is so vague and ambiguous. That was the first little taste, that Saturn in Pisces energy. Then from June the 17th until November the 4th of 2023, Saturn was retrograde. Okay, I don't know if it's like lagging for you guys, but it's lagging on the YouTube. So just hang on to the sound of my voice. So from that point, from June 17th, 2023 until November the 4th of 2023, Saturn was retrograde. You had all of those months to integrate and internalize and learn and figure out how you're going to cope and deal with the new things that you had learned about yourself, about your life from March the 7th to June the 17th. On November, stay with me, November 4th, 2023, Saturn station direct. Think about what you were going through November the 4th of 2023. That was when you had already integrated you'd gotten used to the first taste of extra responsibility and frustration, and like having to contend with like a bigger reality or take something more seriously from March to June of 2023. March to June, something got serious for you. Something like, oh shit. And then you were integrating it, internalizing it, getting used to the idea, getting better at it from June 2023 to November 2023. But right now, we that was like the grade last year. Now we're in the next grade. Think about, look through your life, look through your camera roll, look through your text messages, look through your emails. November the 4th, 2023 till now, June the 29th, Friday, 2024. Now, from now, June 29th, 2024, until November the 15th of 2024, when Saturn stations direct, this is when you're seeing all over TikTok and YouTube shorts and social media that karma is coming and that karma is going to take care of all things. And that's why they're saying that, because when Saturn is retrograde, we have to prove to ourselves and in effect to the bigger energies operating laws of cause and effect, karma, that we understand these lessons, that we got it. We got it. We understand. We know. We figured it out. And we're applying what we've learned. And we don't need any help or to be told or to be bullied into it. We're just doing the right thing all on our own. That's the point of the retrograde. So on one hand, you're going to feel like things get easier. And that's because you already did all the hard work. I went through my camera roll and I looked around November the 4th of 2023. I'm excited because I was working my ass off. If you worked hard from November the 4th of 2023 until June the 29th of 2024, you're going to be gravy. You're going to be so good. Look at and this is why I'm going in depth for my Patreon at patreon.com/𝚃𝚑𝚎 for all 12 zodiac signs and really making this clear. If you did that work, so as an example, if you're a Virgo sun, moon, rising, Pisces is your 7th house. So for the Virgos, from November the 4th of 2023 until June the 29th of 2024, relationships, other people, their baggage, their business, their, these are your clients, these are your lovers, like your serious lovers, these are your best friends, these are your worst enemies, these are your, clients already, your public, the therapist, one-to-one people, okay? Partners, business partners, marriages, spouses, like one-to-one people, Virgo, sun, moon, risings, from November the 4th, 2023 until June the 29th, 2024. Those are your lessons in relationships, how to do relationships, how you show up to relationships. So with Saturn moving through this area from November the 4th, 2023 until June the 29th of 2024, relationships could have been extra serious, required commitment, required sobriety, ethics, morality, maybe creativity, be forthrightness, honesty. And there was just, they could have just been harder. So they could have been where you had to work harder. You had to be more mature. You had to grow up more. You had to deal with people. You had to even maybe be the serious one and say, hey, they could have also been the ones that are telling you no, telling you not yet, telling you we have to do this first, telling you we got to do the couples counseling, telling you we got to do this. We got, so for like Virgo, sun, moon, risings, those relationships, your relationships in your life from 2023 until 2026, they have to be equal give and take. They have to be sound morality, sound ethics, fairness. They have to be upright. They have to be integrity. They have to be real. Or to try to figure out what you can expect from June 29th, 2024 until November the 15th of 2024, you can take a look at how your relationships were doing, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Risings, March the 7th, 2023 until June the 17th, 2023. That was probably a shit show. So that was probably there was probably something. There was probably something. But then June 17th, 2023 until November the 4th, 2023, maybe you were nursing a breakup or something, but the stress and pressure was like lifted a little bit. Something could have been going on that maybe the lesson stayed with you, but the relationship in some way, shape, or form got a little bit less burden on it. And so from November the 4th, 2023 until June the 29th of 2024, that pressure got put back on. And then then it's like the next lesson. You learn this, now you're going to get to learn this next. You learned the letters, now we're going to teach you how to form sentences. Or sorry, now we're going to teach you how to make words. And then the last retrograde, Saturn will teach you how to form sentences. So now how it could look in actuality, just as an example, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Risings, now from June the 29th, 2024 until November the 15th of 2024, you can experience it in a couple different ways. Because it's not that something gets easier. This is what my screenwriting teacher, I've heard him say before. He and my telekinesis teacher, they're both named Michael. I think it's freaking cool. So he said that it doesn't get easier. You just get better at it. You become better at it. So it's like that with Saturn. So on one hand, everyone listen to Virgo. I know. Hopefully, think of the Virgo in your head right now. On one hand, you may feel like relationships are a little bit like easier, but it's not really that. You just became so great and efficient at doing the work in relationships that now the relationships are not going to be so heavy lifting. They're not going to be so much work. Or if they are, this is like Virgo. Okay, you did the couples counseling. You put in Saturn's direct, you're in couples counseling, you're putting in so much work, and you're doing all the work. Then Saturn goes retrograde. And when it happens, here's the thing, you guys, it's liftoff this week because you're going to be shooting for the stars like Buzz Lightyear. You're going to be to infinity and beyond because you're so big and strong now. Or you're going to be lifting off because you're letting go of the baggage keeping you grounded. And that's what Saturn retrograde wants us to do, is for some people in some cases to drop the baggage. For Virgo, Sun, Moon, Risings, you may be dropping people. You may be breaking up with people. You may be saying, this is not the business partnership for me. You may be saying, I'm not talking to this family member anymore. You may be the one to distance yourself, Saturn's distance, and then you work this hard relationship. You're making relationships easier for yourself. Or it happens to you. You've subconsciously attracted that into your experience. You get broken up with, you get fired, you get let go. And the relationship, you've been working so hard and the relationships become easier for you, but not in the way that you expected or not in the way that one would think as I'm talking about it. See, we make these judgments. So if I tell someone in a reading, hey, this is going to be a lot easier for you, and it comes in the form of a job loss or something, or in the form of being broken up with, if I'm in a reading getting that for myself or someone, some things show up in a certain way. So, and I don't have your chart right in front of me. Unless you book a reading with me, you can do that in the link down in the description box below. Or if you want to get this for all 12 zodiac signs, this is going to be in the first tier on my Patreon. So people that are paying $11.11 for an entire month of stuff, you're going to get that. You're going to get that. That's part of that tier. So, that's what I forgot to do the thing. Okay. So for instance, Virgos, you've been working hard, doing all the counseling, but boom, the relationship drops. Relationships are getting easier because you're not having to put so much work into it. Now, as an example, maybe it's one relationship that you've been putting all the work into, and it could be that relationship does become easier lower maintenance and you don't have to work so hard, and you're getting like the Capricorn full moon. Oh my God, I put so much work into it. And now all of us together, whatever this relation, you and your public, you and your clients, you and the marriages, you and the committed partnerships, you and the best friend, that you're there together, and it's together it's getting easier. That could be one way. Another way is that someone breaks up with somebody. You're putting in too much work, they're not putting in enough work, and you're not going to hold it anymore, so you let them go. They break up with you because they're whatever, and it becomes easy. Or it could even be that it's a different person, it's a different relationship, a new form of relationship, different clients, new business partners, that they're just new and they just come in with less. They come in with less like maintenance. They just come in with less work. They're a new person, but they're just not, I don't know, a pain in the ass, or they're just not as much, they're not as high maintenance. So you don't have to work as hard, but you're used to working so hard that you could do it if they needed it, that relationship, but they don't. So you get to just kind of sit, you get to kind of, oh, it's not that much maintenance. You're already used to working so hard in relationship. This is like a breeze over these next few months. So that's how you want to think about this Saturn retrograde for wherever you have Pisces in your chart. So I gave you a nice in-depth for Virgo, sun signs, moon signs, and rising signs. Look at your chart, and you can even get, like, if you use the Placidus house system, you can get to where 19 degrees of Pisces is in your chart. Okay. So everyone's gonna, and I'm telling you, just personally, I'm looking back, and that's the thing. Like, it doesn't have to be the same people, the same circumstances, the same environments, the same, it could be different people, different cities, different jobs, different locations, different, all of those details can be different. Think about the energy. Think about what you were thinking about. Think about what you were stressed, what you were working really hard at, what was really hard for you. Okay. So it's like, oh, maybe you were learning a language and it was like you got hit by a ton of crazy bricks, and and now it's finally starting to click. It's going to finally click after this freaking Saturn station's retrograde, and it gets, some of the pressure gets lifted a little bit. Also goes internal. So that's another thing. The challenges will be internal, because you will have to ask yourself, is this truth, love, and integrity? Is this honorable? Is this forthright? Is this the right thing to do? Is this like moral? Is this right? Is this good? Is this making sense? Is this practical? Is this, all of the things? And it's going to be on you to do the right thing. Because if you don't, November the 15th onward, if you don't do the right thing, if you're a piece of shit from June the 29th until November the 15th, you're going to get fucked up. You're going to have a shitty holiday. It's going to suck. Okay. I'm just going to say that. This is also the time with Saturn retrograde that all the shitty things that the shitty people did from November the 4th of 2023 until June the 29th of 2024 are going to get their karma ricocheted back to them. So for instance, as continuing on with our example, Virgo sun moon risings, when Saturn goes retrograde this Friday in their 7th house of partnerships, if they were pieces of shit in their relationships, if they were immoral, if they were unethical, if they were deceitful, if they were drugging people, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if they were like bad, okay, let's just say objectively, if they were like bad, if they were bad little Virgos, if they were like that from November the 4th, 2023 to June the 29th, 2024, then those Virgos now from the 29th of June until November the 15th of 2024 are going to get their negative karma returned to them in the form of bad luck, unfortunate circumstances, things that they couldn't have helped. It's going to look like that. It's going to look like that, but it's really this in the realm of relationships. So Virgos are going to get all of their karma back to them over the summer into the fall in the form of relationship karma. So some Virgos are, so look at your Virgos, because if they have like wonderful relationships, people that love them, people that are so good to them, people that are respecting them, that are, if they put that standard up, like this is moral, this is ethical, this is a fair give and take, this is this is healthy, because Virgo rules health. This is healthy for me. This is healthy for them. This is the best thing for everybody involved. Then they're going to have gifts, karmic gifts and blessings. Virgos that did relationships right, did the hard, gritty work and work really, really hard, they're going to get an easier time. They're going to get relationship karma coming back to them in the form of positive relationships that are not as high maintenance, that are not high maintenance like that. It's going to be easier to enjoy the relationships. People coming into your life are going to be chill, easy to work with, easy to love, easy to live with, easy, clients, joy to have these clients, all that kind of stuff. If you do social media, online stuff, they easy connecting with your public or what have you. So, but you're still going to have to apply the lesson. So if there will be little things that come up throughout the summer, that just make sure that you really got the lesson down. So when you have these challenges, these tests of integrity for everyone from now until November the 15th of 2024, you want to do it right. And you want to do the right thing without anyone telling you. You want to do the right thing without anyone asking you to. You want to do the right thing without any second doubt, any question in your mind in the Pisces area of life. It's just do the right thing. It's so basic. It's so simple. Virgos, relationships, people, other people, and yourself. You, people, other self, okay? Did I say everything that I wanted to say to you about Saturn retrograde? Oh, hey. For the hubby. Okay. Hey, guys. All right. So I think I did. I feel like I did. This is a time to reimagine the boundary structures. So this is like you're going over the lesson plan and you're catching things like, oh yeah. So it's not like, it's never like over with Saturn, okay? It ain't never over. So this is a time to really, like for the Virgo Sun Moon risings, you could really be inspired this week to take a look at your relationships and let yourself want more. Let yourself, redraw these parameters and expectations according to bigger dreams. Let yourself want more. If Saturn is this week taking away a toxic relationship for some moon risings and you're devastated about it and you're like, oh my God, I'm losing this toxic relationship. It's like the best thing for you. And you're going to feel differently later. And later, maybe it'll take you 2.5 months to get over it before you even start dreaming about someone that treats you better, as an example. This is just an example. Then you dreaming up, that's upshifting, upgrading bigger ideals, bigger hopes for yourself. How big you dream reflects the practicality of your Virgo-ness, but also that it's Saturn. So Saturn is in a very impractical energy in Pisces, but it is a practical energy. It's a practical power source. Planets, we're sources of energy. Planets are sources of energy. We are sources of power. They are sources of power. So it's still a good thing to plug into. Assigned value. So how big you can dream for the Pisces area of your life is going to be weighted down by what's practical, but also what you assign is valuable. It's assigned value. You give something meaning. You give something value. Just because Saturn's in Pisces in the 7th doesn't mean every Virgo is going to want a relationship full of integrity. Not every Virgo is dreaming big like that. So it's like that. But where are you in terms of dreaming with your relationship? Where are you in terms of like, because if you don't perceive like a fair relationship as practical or achievable or that you can expect that for yourself, if you don't assign that value, it's not going to be a standard. Saturn wants us to have standards. So dream big. Find a way to use boundaries to make your dreams come true. Apply everything you've learned from June 17th, 2023 until November the 4th of 2023. For me, this is my third ninth house axis. I'm a Cancer ascendant, Capricorn sun. So it's been very busy, and I'm excited because I have achieved such a new level of productivity that I did not like ever try for before. Like I was never like, oh, let me just try this. No, it just like kind of came up and I just went with it. And so I'm used to like boom, 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 boom. That I know, even though things are going to get a little bit more simplified for me, I know what I'm capable of. And I know that when I want to, I can like shift gears and do like the turbo and get back to that. I might try to sustain it, to be very honest. I might try to still kick it into high gear and keep going like at a really, we'll see what happens. We'll see. Because the way I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, Saturn's going retrograde. It's going to get easier. It's going to get easier, and I've already gotten better. So it's going to be really great. If I put it into turbocharge, like the way I was November 2023 and go even more, oh my God, I'll be even more productive. Da, 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 da. So let's not run away with ourselves here. You know what I'm saying? But also really, really fun, interesting little side note. So for me, it's my third house, my solar third house. And absolutely, it was mental health for me. I absolutely, from March 7th, 2023 until June the 17th of 2023, it hit me like a ton of bricks. All right, that shit hit me like a fuck ton of bricks. I was like, it was really, really unpleasant. And it did take from June the 17th of 2023 until September. I would say September is when I discovered like stoicism and stoic journaling in the morning. But then I would say I hit my stride November the 4th of 2023. And I was able to do so much because of my improved mental health and because of the stoicism and because of all of that. I used it and applied it from November the 4th of 2023 until now. And just yesterday, I found a great Stoic app for my phone. So that's like a little beeline. That's just like a little thing running through a thread that runs through, larger thing. That's like a very small, itty bitty, cute little example, but it still tracks. It still tracks. So look back around November, the beginning of November 2023. And I would say get excited because, like I said, I'm looking at everything that was so hard for me and so difficult and like grinding November 2023. And just from November 4th until June the 29th, by June the 29th, it shouldn't be grinding anymore. It shouldn't be like so super like that, but it's about to get a lot easier. And you may even realize that you've achieved a level of mastery or a level of competence to do something and to make something go, that you're not going to have to operate at that level anymore. Or if you keep it going, the thing's going to get easier and you're going to get even more productive because you're used to that kind of output. You're used to, you learned how to have a high level of output and still take care of yourself where it's not damaging productivity, and the thing gets easier. That's why I'm calling it lift off, but it's very veiled and hidden. Only like us people would be able to like figure that out and see it. So think about your values, what you're assigning value to, what you're assigning meaning to. Think about what's practical, what's achievable, and then think about the dreams. And then also give yourself a report card. Be honest with yourself. You don't have to be honest with me or anybody else, but just be honest with yourself. Have you been ethical? Have you been honest? Have you been forthright? Have you been taking something more seriously? Have you been putting in the work? All that? Okay. Okay. Now we can move on. Now I feel like I've said everything. Feels better. Sunday, the 30th of June, we have the moon moving into Taurus, coming into a square with retrograde in Aquarius. Creature comforts for yourself, but power and control issues could be triggered. cards. Very triggered. There it is. So Sunday looks like a little bit of a power control kind of a day. That's all. People are cranky. Sunday, June the 3rd. Yep, so people are going to be cranky. That tracks. People are going to be cranky as ass after Saturn goes retrograde because people don't like consequences. That's what Saturn retrograde is. It's consequences. So people are going to be having consequences, and people don't like consequences. So that's why people are going to be pissy. Let's take a look at this week. King of Wands, someone that really likes attention. This is a man that likes a compliment. Okay. And the two more Wands. This is a very busy week. Two of Wands. There's a lot happening. Specifically, it's like, well, who am I going to do this venture with? And where am I going to source this material? And how am I going to reach this market? And how? It's like, oh my God. There's a lot of red and orange and yellow here. The Devil. Temptations. Always speaks of temptations. It's the Lovers. It's the Lovers. More choices about people. I'm going to stop here. Let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. Seven of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. This is all action. This is all, gosh, very businessy, very creative business, maybe. That's another thing. So that's when I was like plateauing with telekinesis. And part of this for me has also been finding my teacher and breaking through my own personal psychic plateau with my telekinesis practice and applying the exercises. Sticking reds, I've been a whole fucking thing. So that's another thing I'm excited for, is for that to get easier for me too. So, okay. I'm trying to channel, and that's what she showed me. And that's why I said that. So I'm looking, she's showing me the sprigs of those little green leaves, those little green things. She's showing me that. She'll blot out everything else where that's all I can see. It's like I'm zoomed in really close. You're really going to have to advocate for something and fight for something, to start something, or to go for. This is like someone this week, you're going to have to really fight for. It's weird. It's like there's a competitive advantage associated with this, but you still have to fight for it. Or you have to, there's still like some fight in this. All right, let's take a look at, there's some kind of, I don't know, this is like a personnel thing, or there's something going on. But let's take a look in your, and we'll clarify. Oh, the calculator. The calculator. I love this calculator. Oh, it is so freaking cute when, things just ain't adding up. Okay. I need help. Let's take a look at the King of Wands. Tell me about the King of Wands, please. Thank you. Oh, Queen of Swords. This is a spicy couple. This is a spicy match. Business, work, personal, family, whatever. That's a very compelling duo. Someone could already be very, very successful in something. They're known for something already. But the Queen of Swords can add something here. What are they doing? What's this Two of Wands? Thank you. We've got two little cards. Another queen, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. Wow. Two of Pentacles. You know what? I'm getting that you want someone to reach out to you, you reach out to them. That's what she's showing me. She's showing me this is just how it works. Okay. This is just how a psychic ability works. Reach out to them. You're waiting for someone to reach out to you, reach out to them. I'm telling you right now, that's for someone. It's better than it's like, I expected wrath, but I was met with grace. It's something's going to go, some conversation or something's going to go so much better than you're fearing it. What's a devil? This may just be kind of like, yeah, the Empress. The Empress. So greedy. Good God. It's so sad when I see people being like super greedy. Yeah, there's just greediness. Greediness, greedy. It's very plain and simple. Greed. Lovers, take a look at the, thank you. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, this is so clear. This is so freaking clear. You already know where the best, the quality acquisitions. Okay. You know what's quality. You just, it's clear. The quality is very, very, very clear. Even in the people, there's one page, one little messenger, and then you've got an Empress, 2 queens, and a king. So everyone here is pretty proficient. Everyone here kind of knows their shit. Everyone here is a little master in whatever little realm they're in. So you want to reach out. If you're waiting for someone to, if you're waiting here, reach out. And advocate. Advocate for the quality. Advocate for... I'm so interested in this competitive advantage. I want to know more. Tell me about this 7 of Wands, please. Death. Good grief. Okay. Wow. Okay. So this is interesting. So this is like, I put this. Every generation has to carry the torch forward and innovate and make life better for the next generation. And we already profit and benefit from the ideas and the efforts of humans in previous generations. You know, I'm able to add it all up and make it make sense because someone else invented the calculator. I'm able to sit down on a comfy couch because someone invented the couch. Okay. So in order to do that, in order to keep that going and to keep all the positivity happening, you have to release and let go of the outdated ideas. Things that worked for 30 years and then they don't work anymore. 50 years, maybe 100 years, maybe. And then think of something new. Think of something better. This is about if someone is able to leverage their, that sounded like something else. Able. Harold? I'm going to be listening for that. Oh, okay. Sorry, TikTok. Okay. Oh my God. Hold on. TikTok is like tweaking. Someone will have to leverage, roll something into something else. Okay. When you do that, it's a competitive advantage. There's some it's in this competitive advantage. It's not going to exist how it was before, but you can roll it into something new and different and still keep it, make it better. Okay. I'm not sure. There's a lot of people. Whenever there's a lot of people, it's a little bit difficult for me. So I'm not sure if everyone's working together or not. It looks good so far. It looks like there's partnership and that there's like, maybe you're recruiting great people. Maybe you're hiring great people. Maybe you are picking better business partners. Maybe you are picking better people to date. Maybe you are, you know, you know what I'm saying? But there's like a focus on quality. There's a focus. It's more about leveraging a competitive advantage into some new venture with the Three of Wands. It's like, who's gonna, that's what it is. It's the person that's appropriate for something new. The person that's appropriate for something new is not the same partner that was appropriate for something before that was successful. God, that took forever. Oh, I feel some, okay, that's what this is. And there is something about red. It's not necessarily positive. It's almost like too much red or something. That's what it is. There's something tawdry. There's something like an eyesore about something too red, too much red. All right, that's going to be for somebody. Okay, so this week, choices. Make the decision that's best for this long-term. It's a competitive advantage that you're rolling into a decision to make for the long-term future. That's going to be really, really financially lucrative. This really looks very financially beneficial. And the guidance is to go with the Queen of Pentacles. I would say the answer is going to be someone that's been able to, that's done this already. I would go with whoever has done that already. Maybe an example would be like, maybe they had like an Instagram business and then they rolled that into a clothing line and then they rolled that into, I don't know, it's something like that, like where they're able to just kind of like, okay. I love you guys so very much. Thank you. I love them too. They're uber fun. They've been great fun. Great. When did I do that? Okay. I love you guys. Take very good care. I will check in on you guys in a little bit. Like I said, if you want to know how the Saturn retrograde is going to play out for every single zodiac sign, that's what we're doing today. We're on the Patreon, patreon.com/𝚑𝚊𝚗𝚕𝚗. It's $11.11 for an entire month's worth of access. And you can book a personal reading with me at the Stan Store. Link is also in the description box below. Until next time, my loves, many beautiful blessings upon all of your beautiful heads, darlings.